What's your name?
George.
Have you ever uncovered a family secret so shocking it changed how you saw everything? My last name shouldn't even be mine. My great-grandfather stole it off a tombstone while on the run from the law. Decades later, my great-grandmother discovered their marriage wasn't even legal after 30 years and 5 sons. The betrayal shattered her, and she ended up in a mental institution in New Orleans, where she tragically had a lobotomy. Despite her struggles, she raised me until her death, and was the most remarkable woman I've ever known. Born in 1899 in the South, she studied medicine but couldn't practice because of the times. Instead, she taught black children to read, defying her father, who was in the Ku Klux Klan. She was one of Georgia's first women to vote and drive. She fought for equality and women's rights. Rest in peace, Irene. You're my hero.
What was the moment you realized you had to call the police? I was 20, doing Uber part-time while at university. One evening, I decided to take one last ride. It was 10 minutes away from where I lived, so I accepted it. The account name was under Charlotte. When I arrived, a guy who looked to be in his 50s got in. I asked, "For Charlotte?" He said, "Yes, that's my wife who booked it for me." He mentioned he was going on a date with a girl he had been talking to for a few weeks, and this was the first time she said yes. I was confused because he just said his wife booked the ride for him, but I was tired, so I let it slide. After a 15-minute drive, I dropped him off at a house where a girl who looked like a minor was waiting for him. I was confused, but I acted as if I was waiting for another ride. I stayed and watched, realizing he was meeting up with a minor. Guilt and fear hit me because she looked to be about the same age as my sister. The girl appeared uncomfortable, and he was visibly forcing her to go inside the house. My heart raced. I drove off and called the police. I was shaking, terrified because I know he doesn't have good intentions. When the police arrived, they found the girl crying and arrested the man. It turned out he and his wife had been involved in similar incidents before. They both got arrested, and I was relieved that I called the police.
Do you set off smoke detectors everywhere you go?
Not anymore. We have a shower cap technique that we use. We take the shower cap and it's usually about 8 feet tall, so I gotta...
Oh, you put the shower cap on the smoke detector.
And then we go... And if it don't go off, we in there.
I had to do it. He was raping my mom.
You just want to know what?
I was supposed to spend the night at my dad's, but we got in a fight, so I came home.
What time did you leave?
I was my dad's about 9.
When did you get home?
About 10. It was dark. I heard a noise.
Then what happened?
I walked into the kitchen. He was attacking my mom. So I pulled the trigger. I didn't think I was actually going to hit him.
I have to see my son. When you can't handle the stress, it's a generalized anxiety. And I understand that, but right now we need to speak about you separately. I need to know exactly what happened from your perspective.
I was in the kitchen. I was getting some wine, and I was there, and I turned around, and he was right there. And I tried to get away. I did. I tried, and he overpowered me.
Was this a break-in, or maybe he followed you home?
No, I let him in.
You let him in?
His son's best friend.
Currently hitting the griddy for Ukraine. Join our Discord server now and let's hit the griddy for your country together. Look, Bal is already hitting the griddy for the UK. Be like Bal, click the link in the bio now.